Hey there, so this is your quick overview of what is due this week. Excuse me, we're in week 4 and you have 2 reading conversations. So these are going to resemble very closely what you did last week for your reading conversation 1. Obviously the stories are different, but the expectations are the same, okay? So both reading conversations are a written submission, 1 page, double spaced, 12-point font, and it should reflect college level writing, meaning I'm looking for decent grammar, spelling, sentence structure, all of that, okay? So let's look at reading conversation 2. In order to access the assignment as well as submit it, you have to click on it, okay? This is where you can attach your file, you can get to the PDF, and you can submit the assignment. All right, so this PDF, it's a new conversation and it's looks longer. It is, but it has a lot of pictures in it. It's a children's story. It's called The Bear That Wasn't, okay? And it really pushes the idea that people's opinions about who you are or how people see you, even if it is false or through blinders or prejudices, bias, so forth and so on, truly influences the way that you see yourself. Okay, and so that's what this story discusses, and it discusses it in a childlike way. So it is both a sad story, but a very relevant story. Once you get to the end, you have your connection questions. This is what you're writing your paper over. What I want to talk about is question 1. Okay, this question requires you to create an identity chart. This is a sample of it right here. If you need a bigger sample, you can click here and it will show it to you as well as discuss kind of what that looks like. How you want to do this. If you're computer savvy and you want to make it in Word, that's fine. If you're not and you want to draw it on a piece of paper and take a picture of it and upload that picture to the submission box along with your written work, great. Okay, here's what I'm looking for. An identity chart. In the middle is going to be your main subject, and that is the bear. Okay, so you're just going to make a square, rectangle, whatever, circle, and put bear in there. And then these lines outward all indicate adjectives or descriptors of that bear. And so in 2 different colors, I want you to first label on the chart how he sees his identity, who he thinks he is. Okay, bear, animal, okay, hibernates type thing. Okay, so descriptors that he showed in the story, who he thinks he is. And then in a different color, I want you to tell me how others in the story see him. So use red and blue, yellow and black, whatever you want, but the color indicates who is giving the descriptor, okay? And you need to make sure I know that. All right, so you can put over here bear and then highlight it in red or blue, whatever color you choose, and then others, and you can put that in the opposing color, okay? And this is how you're going to answer question 1. You don't have to write anything for question 1. You have to create an identity chart. 2 through 5 is where you're going to create your 1-page written work. So to answer questions 2 through 5, you need to answer them pertaining to the story as well as yourself. Because these are personal questions, and it needs to equal at least 1 page of writing, and it has to encompass all 4 of these questions to get full credit. If you go over a page, that's fine. If you go under, that's not. The identity chart should be attached separately. So the way that you can do that is when you're submitting your file, you can either click here and copy and paste your written work and then attach a file, okay? Or when you're attaching the file, you can attach more than one at a time. So you can attach your picture, and then you can go in and you can attach your written work, okay? And so then you have 2 files attached, and then you can click submit. Once you click submit, you can't attach anything else or turn anything else in. So make sure both your identity chart and your written work are fully attached in some way before you hit submit. Do not write anything in this comment section. I'll kick it back to you. I'll delete your attempt and make you resubmit it. Okay, that's not what this is for. The only ways you should be submitting work is through the right submission and through local files. Okay. Also, the only files that I accept are Word and PDF. I can't open Google Docs. All right, so make sure you convert properly. Pretty much same expectations on reading conversation 3, but we're going to click in there and look at it anyway. This one is my favorite reading conversation. If I had to leave you with anything in the whole world after this class, it would be this idea. It's called The Dangers of a Single Story. And this one you can either listen to. There is a TED Talk over it, which is this link right here. It's activated, so you just click on it and it should take you where you need to go. Okay. Or you can read it. It's all the same thing. This is just a transcript of what she says in her talk. Once you've listened or read, then you're going to answer these 3 questions. You can see that these are not single questions. Okay, so it asks a question, then it asks for examples, it asks why. Okay, so you need to answer all 3 of these questions fully using 1 page, double spaced. Okay, there's only 3 questions here, so your answers are going to need to be a little bit more expansive than if there were 5 to cover that 1 page expectation. All right, again, you can either copy and paste it and write submission, or you can attach it using a local file, but you cannot submit it here. I'll kick it back. All right, and that is going to take you through week 4. So you have reading conversation 2 and you have reading conversation 3. Okay, if y'all have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I wish you guys a great week. Thanks. Bye.